Before I went back to school, I was going through a terrible divorce. And during that whole marriage, I was married to someone who felt like that they would dictate what my life was going to be. And when I said, well, I want to go to school for thing A, they said, no, this would be better for you or for the family. It wasn't what I enjoyed, but I went along with it because it was a relationship where I wasn't viewed as equal. So after that, was over, I found going back to school and me being able to say what my future was going to be very liberating.
I wanted to go back to school because I wanted to have a real future. I felt like that was my way to a real future and a career, not just a job, but actually have options. And I wanted to do that for myself, but I also had a son to take care of, and I wanted him to see what the right thing to do was and what I felt like the right thing to do was, and to help model that to him.
When I first went back to school, when Whitaker was a newborn, I was living with my parents. And so most of my needs were being met without very much output on my part, other than just attending my classes and taking care of my son. But when I moved to Little Rock, it was really difficult for the first 5 months. It was very difficult. And I had to ask my parents for money. I was like, I can't do this.
Through my research at school, at UALR, to try to figure out how to pay for school and how to get grants or scholarships, I came upon the Single Parent Scholarship Fund and applied for it.
When I was awarded that scholarship, it was huge. It was like, oh my gosh, I can, if someone believes that I'm gonna be able to do this, I don't know if I believe that I'm gonna be able to do this, but I have something riding on this now. You know what I mean? I have these people that strongly feel like I am worth, their money and their time.
Because of the way that the scholarship is set up, I knew that I was going to be able to use those funds for exactly what I needed them to be used for.
Once I had the scholarship, that's a huge weight off my shoulders, and that allowed me to I was able then to just pay my rent in bulk when I got my financial aid, and then that was taken care of.
But it's so much more than money. I think number one, it provided support, emotional support.
It felt like when I succeeded on a test or a class, I was winning for myself and Aiden, my son. I felt like I was leading our team and I was winning for us.
I was an outstanding student. I actually maintained a 3.5 GPA the entire time. And I really believe that it was because I was not having to deal with the stress of how to pay for it.
After I graduated, I've just taken that drive and that passion and started my own business. What I've taken is my college degree and my passion for art and combined the two. And so I get up every day knowing that I get to come to a job that I absolutely love.
Since I've graduated, I have landed a position with the Little Rock School District. I'm a music teacher. The exciting thing is I'm actually doing what I went to school for. I'm the music teacher at Franklin Elementary School, and it's actually the school where I interned. So it was great to come back to a familiar place.
The Single Parent Scholarship has given me the extra support and financial backing to complete my bachelor's degree so that I am not struggling every day to succeed. This is showing, in the long run, it's showing my son that this is very possible to do.
There's been a lot of factors that have helped me succeed through school, a lot of self-determination. But if it weren't for places like the Single Parent Scholarship Fund, I definitely wouldn't have the help I needed.
Walking across the stage with my cap and gown in front of my family and friends and all of those who knew the struggle was one of the most highest accomplishments I ever could have achieved in my life. Because when you have people who, at one point in your life, say that you can't do it, and you prove them wrong, not just because you had the determination, but because despite what other people told you, there were people in your corner. It was the Single Parent Scholarship Fund who was there from the time that I sent the application in to the time that I walked across that stage. And I'm eternally grateful to them.